What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. So this video will mark the start of the winter content to come. I have a lot of parts to install on my Z, and I think I'm gonna do, I'll go into what I'm doing, but I think I'm gonna install each part, and each part will be a video. I'll try to keep them short. I know I ramble. But yeah, so I already did one thing, and there's about 400 videos of them online, so I figured I wouldn't do it and ignore the dirty bay like I said last time. But I got a DC Sports hot air intake, as they call them. So I got that. Basically it's just for the sound. Maybe it gives me like half of a horsepower, but that's not a big deal. I don't care, it just looks cool. I'm doing extended lug nuts up front, and then the biggest project we have this winter is a dual caliper handbrake setup. So I went with the GKtech dual caliper brackets. They're very well priced. They make very nice products. These are extended wheel studs from Z1 Motorsports. They're the same material that ARP makes theirs out of, but these are half the cost. Basically they don't carry the ARP name, hence they're cheaper. Then we got all the hardware for the dual caliper brackets. We have brand new calipers, front and rear, pads front and rear. I very roughly painted my factory calipers because my handbrake calipers are Powerstop brakes. They remanufacture their own calipers, and so they powder coat them red. So I wanted all of them to match. Red down the line might not match if I do a livery or anything, but they're easily paintable and they're cheap enough to replace if you just want to buy them and then get them powder coated or something. So, but yeah, first thing to do, since I don't at the moment have this axle nut right here, I don't have that socket size, but one thing we can do still is I'm gonna knock out all of these wheel studs. So I am gonna set up the camera and we will just pound all these out. Alright guys, so we knocked out those rear factory wheel studs, and now I'm just gonna wait until I get my hands on that axle nut socket. It might be today, it might be tomorrow, and then we'll continue the video. So, see you soon. Alright guys, so it's the next day. We're back at it. Austin came over with the socket and torque wrench, and right now we are gonna zap. Say hi, Austin. Hello. So we are gonna zap off both axle nuts, and then we're gonna take off the axle bolts. It's kind of dark in there, and pull the axles out, and then we'll start working on the handbrake assembly, the factory handbrake, and then we will pull the hubs off. So we're gonna get started on these and the axles. Alright guys, so we got the hubs off and the factory brake shoes off. And now what we're gonna do, since I forgot a Sawzall, since my dumbass forgot a Sawzall, we are going to mark out these brake shoes. This is as if it would be on the car. So it would be pressed up on the car like this. We're gonna mark where this caliper would come off, about here and about here, and then we have to go and we're gonna cut this part out, and then we will start reassembly. We are gonna run to Austin's to do that though, because I forgot to get a Sawzall for this exact reason. So we will see you in a bit with 2 cut dust shields, and then we will start reassembly. That's the fun stuff. So that's what I'll film a lot of. We also installed the extended wheel studs like I have in the front, and one of the rear calipers. These ones are not installed yet. But yeah, so we will see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so we got both of the dust brake shields cut, and here's the caliper bracket if you didn't see it. But so this side is ready to put the drum brakes back on, and then slap a rotor, factory caliper, and then I'm waiting on my remanufactured Powerstop calipers to come in the mail. But I can button up the whole rear, and then whenever these calipers come, you just put them on after the fact. But the extended studs look great. This cut looks awesome. Thank you so much, Austin, for your help tonight. And yeah, I'll pick back up tomorrow and we'll get this sucker finished up. We're back on the 3rd day now, working here on my car. And I just wanted to show you, before I bolt the hub in on the driver's side, I wanted to show that the plate, like dual caliper bracket, goes on the knuckle, and this is a pretty straightforward process, but the most important part of all of this is when you put these on, is specifically I don't know about all the other kits, but with GKtech's, where it kind of dips back, that has to go towards the chassis or towards the diff. Yeah, so it has to dip back. If you don't get that, or if you don't have it dip back that direction, your handbrake caliper won't line up correctly with the factory caliper, and you'll warp your rotors, and it's a bad time. So we got everything put back together. The brake shoes are on, and now we are gonna slip the brand new rotors on, and then put the factory caliper on. Alright guys, so we got the Powerstop calipers in, along with the Powerstop track day pads that are going to be solely for the handbrake. And I got everything installed, and I just wanted to give you guys the final product, show you how it all turned out. So we have our factory caliper up front on the rear of the rear rotors, and then we have our Powerstop. And let me know in the comments below, but the Powerstop, it's supposed to be like an OE caliper, but it's just slightly bigger than the factory caliper. Now, the pads are the same size, so I'm not expecting any additional performance, but it is kind of nice that it's just a tiny bit bigger, so you know it means business. But we also got our brand new drilled and slotted rotors on, along with new brake pads for the factory calipers, and we got our Z1 Motorsports extended wheel studs on. Those are 20 millimeters longer over factory, and that's gonna allow me to run slip-on spacers if need be. Now, these dual caliper plates, or brackets I should say, they already space the hub out 8 millimeters on each side, so I'm not sure if I'll need slip-ons, but if I don't need slip-ons, the extended wheel studs still look cool and kind of race car-y per se. So yeah, but that's going to be it for this video. In the next one, we are going to be working on the interior stuff. I'm not sure if I want to do the lines first or actually mounting the handbrake first, but I have all the parts, so we'll get started on that right away. And yeah, so that'll be the next video. I appreciate you watching this one. If you liked the video, please leave a like. It helps me out, and it helps show my videos to other people that watch similar content as you. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you've seen so far, and you like drifting and 350Zs and people who aren't quite sure what they're doing, but that's just kind of drifters in general, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.